Well, welcome to the show, everybody. It was a very long night and I completely lost my voice. And now just kidding. I wouldn't do the show. I wouldn't do the show if my voice were that bad. I am tired. My voice is strained. It was a long and sadly not a positive night, but I am here. Let me just say right up front, I know what so many of you are feeling. I'm getting the messages from some of you that you're tuning out. We are seeing the cancellations. We are seeing the people unsubscribing. Here is my plea to you. Give me the next hour before you finalize that decision. Let's see if we can get a shared understanding of what needs to happen. Let's see if we agree as to what the next steps are. Give me the hour. There's plenty of time to tune away and never pay attention to politics again. We have time for that. You can decide that in an hour or 45 minutes if you listen at 1.25 speed. And then let's make that decision. So let's start with the obvious. No way to sugarcoat it. Very bad news. Failed former President Donald Trump is poised to become a failed president once again. Donald Trump has defeated Kamala Harris. It has shocked the world that there are tens of millions of Americans in this country willing to do it again, but it is, and we have to accept what is. As of this moment that I am recording today's program, Donald Trump has secured not only the Electoral College, but has also seemingly won the popular vote for the first time ever for him. Of course, he lost the popular vote in 2016, lost the popular vote in 2020. Just about everything that could have gone wrong for Kamala Harris did go wrong. Pennsylvania, gone to Trump. Georgia, gone to Trump. A margin of victory in Florida for Trump that is more than 4 times bigger than his margin of victory in Florida in 2020. The idea that maybe North Carolina could save Harris, gone to Trump. Wisconsin called for Trump. Biden won it in 2020. Michigan and Arizona, both states won by Biden in 2020. Not yet called, but as of this moment, Trump leading by 1.4 in Michigan, Trump leading by 4.2 in Arizona, and then Nevada, a state won by Biden in 2020, falls to Trump, called for Donald Trump. When did I first say to myself, something might be going wrong here? Well, everybody who was on my live stream yesterday knows when that moment was. When we got at 7 p.m. Eastern, the first numbers from Indiana and Kentucky, states that, of course, Trump was going to win. And I saw that Trump's margin in Indiana was way bigger than it was in 2020, and Trump's margin in Kentucky was way bigger than it was in 2020. That was the first moment that maybe things aren't going to go well. Here is the moment that Fox News called it. There's a reason why I'm picking Fox News. If we are going to dig out of this, and we have to because people's lives depend on it, if we are going to say, what's the next step and put one foot in front of the other, when we're ready, okay, I'm going to get to that. When we're ready, we need to all experience together the dreadful feeling that is associated with what I am about to play for you. Here is the call from Fox News.
The Fox News decision desk can now officially project that Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
The former president's comeback will be complete with a win in Wisconsin, a state that he narrowly lost 4 years ago. He is now the second president in U.S. history to win non-consecutive terms. The first was Grover Cleveland in the late 1800s.
My boy Grover.
Senator J.D. Vance will become the 50th vice president of the United States. Voters express deep frustration with the Biden administration, and former President Trump and the future President Trump overperformed in urban areas, particularly with men, proving that the strategy that they doubled and tripled down on over the course of the last few months absolutely succeeded and brought him back to the White House.
We need to be extremely honest with each other and with ourselves. A little bit later in the program, I'm going to start going through some of the explanations that people associated with the Harris campaign and Democrats at large are giving for what took place here. Explanations that are wrong. We really need to be honest about what happened. A lot of the United States of America likes what Trump is selling. It's not that they were confused. Some of them were. I will get to that. But they like what Trump is selling. They love transphobia. Despite it being statistically a non-issue, men and women's sports, as Trump describes it, is resonating with much of America. The idea of a mass deportation of disproportionately brown people that they've been convinced have or will wrong them at some point in the future. Trump ran on it, and a lot of America liked it, because this is not just an electoral college win. It is, as of this moment, a popular vote win as well. There is a preference overall right now among Americans. There is a preference for a convicted felon, billionaire, wannabe fascist over a black woman with a completely uncontroversial sort of center-left economic message and policy. Trump won the popular vote. He might pardon himself federally and get away with it. And we have to acknowledge that this is where we are, because you can't fix the problem unless you have identified it. Donald Trump ran one of the worst campaigns you can imagine. He was barely conscious at some of his events. We covered his events on Monday night. Well, we've got to do it because they're taking over. They're taking over. They're coming from prisons. They're coming. It made no sense. None of it made any sense. And he won the electoral vote, and he won the popular vote, and they're getting the Senate. We'll talk about that. And the House is still up in the air. He had a Nazi-style hate rally at Madison Square Garden a week and a half ago. So it's all bad in that sense. Arguably the worst president in history. When he was voted out, he tried to stage a coup. He took national secrets and stored some of them in his bathroom. And we now are going to face what some other countries have faced before. And if there's any reason for optimism, it's that other countries in their history have faced this. We haven't, but other countries have. A government that falls into the hands of an unrestricted, unfettered, authoritarian madman with his right-wing henchmen and henchwomen who are obsessed with dismantling our institutions, ignoring the rule of law, saying F you to our global alliances, and totally abandoning constitutional norms. Other countries have survived it, and I believe the United States will also survive if we stay engaged. And from some of the early data we are getting internally from our show, it seems that there are people here who are not going to stay engaged. And I will have a message for you very, very soon. There is the possibility here of a Republican government, at least the Senate, if not both House and Senate, Trump as president. And this means that in terms of appointments, when it comes to Trump's ideas on economics and tariffs, Trump's ideas on mass deportation camps, Trump's ideas on get the environmental regulations the hell out of here, he could have something approximating carte blanche to start doing whatever he wants. Cenk Uygur in the middle of the night said there will be anarchy and there will be chaos. And what he means is caused by the incoming Trump administration. That is all absolutely true. But it will be way worse. It will be way worse if we get out of their way and we let them do it. So I'm literally rolling up my sleeves just because it's more comfortable with the particular sweater that I'm wearing. But metaphorically, we have to roll up our sleeves. Let's take a deeper dive into the results, and then we are going to talk about what happens next. As I've said, give me this hour to lay it out, and then you decide. I'm in or I'm out, and we will talk about it. People in the audience know that I have never had a cat. And so many of my friends have said, you've got to meet my cat. My cat's awesome. And they're always right. And I end up loving the cat. And that's why I love that one of our sponsors today is Smalls, who make cat food with human grade ingredients. Smalls uses protein-packed recipes with no preservatives or artificial flavors, using ingredients that you'd find in your own fridge. That's why Cats.com named Smalls the best overall cat food. And Smalls works with the Humane Society. They've donated over $1 million worth of food to help cats, and they even give you a chance to donate at checkout for vaccines, spaying, and neutering. I have a friend who recently switched to Smalls for his cat. I can tell you firsthand, his cat's food smells way better now. And it's because of the human-grade ingredients that Smalls uses. No more weird odor filling the house. After switching to Smalls, 88% of cat owners reported overall health improvements. And the team at Smalls is so confident your cat will love the product that they will refund you if your cat won't eat the food. Now is the time to make the switch to Smalls. Head to smalls.com/Pacman and use promo code Pacman at checkout for 50% off your first order plus free shipping. The link is in the description.